Big show tonight. All right, we've got Logan Wilson live on the show previewing the charity softball game that is coming up this Saturday in our hometown of Dayton, Ohio. We've got that and more coming up next on Big Play Cincy.
What is going on, Cincinnati fans? Have we got a show for you tonight? Drew.
I'm getting the link out to the people, man. I'm hyped up. You got the cowboy out? I got the 55
you ready
on?
to bring you ready to bring this cowboy on the show here?
I absolutely love it.
We've got Cincy's own Logan Wilson. This cowboy hat does not fit my head. Drew's tweeting out the show.
It does not, dude.
Bring him in. Let's
all right.
Man of the hour here.
Now that I've got the tweet out to the people, we're gonna bring you Cincinnati Bengals linebacker, actual cowboy, real life cowboy, leads the NFL in interceptions by a linebacker since coming into the league 2020. We are gonna bring in the one and only Logan Wilson. Logan, how you feeling today, man?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Great.
Good, man. I think I'd be better if Ron would go ahead and take the hat off.
No, we just got to get him a hat that fits.
It's I have a very large head, so yeah, I'll take that off, but it wouldn't be a show without props. Logan, man, how are we doing tonight? So glad to have you on. Lot going on this weekend, and we'll get into it. So, Drew, do you want to dive right into this softball game?
Yeah, before I do this, I have to say this or I may get divorced. As big of a fan as I am of you as a football player, I think my wife is a bigger fan of Morgan, your wife. So she's already in the chat.
Victoria in the chat.
Most people know she's the better half anyway.
They always are.
She wears a Logan Wilson jersey for every game also, but I think she's wearing it as a Morgan Wilson jersey. But that's cool. I'm sure you're cool with that. We had a chance to meet you at the First Star Draft Party last offseason, and it was a pleasure to talk to you guys, man. So the reason that the man is here is to talk about a celebrity softball game that is coming up in our hometown of Dayton, Ohio on Saturday. The celebrity softball game. Now we know what it benefits. If you want to give the people a little bit of a idea of exactly what's going on, what the cause benefits, I'm going to post a link in the comments here for everybody so they can click and buy tickets. It's also going to be on your screen several times. So just tell us a little bit about it, how it came to be, and anything you want the people to know, man.
Yeah, so it benefits the Brooks Joshua Anderson Foundation. It's through a family that unfortunately lost their firstborn son to SIDS, which is sudden infant death syndrome. And, for a family to go through that the way that they did and the way that they've handled it all, and to turn it into something as bright as this spotlight that they've done with it, it's been my, humbling opportunity to be a part of it and kind of bring a light to their situation and what they've gone through, and just kind of help them raise money when I can, support their cause. I do my cause, my cleats for their foundation as well. And they raise money to support research for SIDS so that more parents don't have to deal with this and we can figure out ways to prevent it and why it occurs and all those sorts of things. And, it also hits a little bit different now that I'm a father of my own. So it's a great cause, and I thoroughly love doing it for them. Ever.
Yeah, that's awesome. You've got the girl dad hat on. Both Drew and I are girl dads. Drew's got a little one. I've got like 30 little ones running around here. My
30.
My wife, she can't keep her hands off of me. But it's such an incredible cause. It's close to more people's hearts, I think, than people actually vocalize, because it's a very, very painful thing to go through. And what you're doing is just so incredible. The amount of star power we're able to bring to the table in order to bring people into the game itself to raise money for this family and this incredible cause. It's nuts, and it's so awesome that you're doing it right here in the city of Cincinnati and Dayton, right?
Yeah.
Dragons. Yeah. So that's good.
Oh, I love it. It's great.
So, and it's not something I talk about publicly a lot, but my wife and I, we actually lost our first daughter, not to SIDS specifically, but it was a very painful situation that we went through. Yeah. And when we met you and Morgan, man, you guys talked to us for like a half hour. It was so cool. We became instant fans right then, but we kind of discovered all of this through your My Cause, My Cleats. and really got behind it, and we're able to see exactly how you were bringing light to something that we didn't feel like got talked about enough. Yeah. And then it's just kind of grown from there. Because I've been a fan of you since your rookie year. I'll be honest, I didn't know much about you coming out of college. Okay. But your rookie year, I'm like, that's my guy. Yeah. So
you don't watch them Cowboys?
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
So it's been awesome to get to this point and be able to I went last year. It was a blast. Got extra innings even. And
it was way more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Even like just for guys to like get in just a different setting other than football and to be able to just kind of let loose and have some fun and interact with fans, I thought it was great. And part of the reason why it was so good last year, I feel like, is why I wanted to do it on a Saturday where more people had the opportunity to come up there. Because being on a Wednesday, people were living in Cincinnati and work till 5, like they're not going to make it up there. So being on a Saturday, I'm just hoping for good weather at this point. I saw there's potential for some rain, but we just need that to push into Sunday.
I haven't looked at that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Optimistic it doesn't rain. Yeah, let's keep the weather away. Drew, I mean, we've got the poster up here. Everybody take a good long look at it. Handsome guy up there. Celebrity softball game. Dare Ballpark. Want to point that out and bring that up. The Dayton Dragons Stadium. So if you're looking for tickets and you're wondering why it's not in Cincinnati, Logan just said they're partnering with the Dragon Stadium. It'll be up here in Dayton. Do you want to pull the roster up, Drew? If I'm getting ahead of myself, I apologize. Because
no, that's all good.
Yeah.
Because we have some questions about the roster last year.
Yeah.
So last year I was there. Joe Bacci hit just infinity home runs in the home run derby. It was phenomenal. Did I pronounce it?
Bacci. Yep.
Okay, see, I learned something today. That's why we bring in the pros. Bacci.
Exactly.
I don't remember how many he hit, but the guy was just juicing them.
I know.
Cal Adamitis was hitting a lot of them too.
Yep, and Trey.
So
Trey was smoking.
Yeah, Trey.
Yep.
So we know who the threats are in the home run derby because we've seen it and they're coming back this year.
Yeah.
But we want to try to determine who you think is going to be the best in actual softball game action and who may be hilarious to watch. And this is all teammate stuff. I know it's all cool. You can talk about
it.
Yeah.
Razz him. Come on.
I don't know who I was talking to. Someone who's new is playing in the game this year. Said they played baseball growing up, so they actually have somewhat of a background. I literally don't remember off the top of my head who we were talking about or who I was even talking to.
Well, I know
see that list if I can.
Yeah, the list is small, but
it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
Put your glasses on. While you're looking there, it was announced today, obviously Gio is going to be the other captain, right? So is there a little bit of, a little rivalry there? Gio's got the mustache. I got mine going in support of that a little bit, but what do you think? Is there a team captain rivalry there?
I don't know. I think his mustache is retired though, because we just went and got dinner with them.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
No stash.
Existent anymore. That was just the.
I'm keeping mine.
Yeah.
But that's good. That I like. Is there? So the teams are obviously split, right? Like, is there's some friendly banter going back and forth in the locker room?
Well, so we don't know the rosters till we get closer to the game. Like, because sometimes there's like some last minute ads that guys will join and whatnot, and guys will cancel. So they don't do it till it gets a lot. I mean, obviously we're 2 days away, so they haven't somewhat finalized, but they haven't shared those with me, which is
okay. I thought behind the scenes maybe
whoever's on my team is we got someone has to win this year though. We can't end in a tie after an extra inning.
Yeah.
You guys did a good job hyping the crowd up, seeing if everybody wanted to stay, and we got another tie.
And we're gonna make sure that the pitchers are pitching, some nice, easy, underhand softball pitches.
No heaters.
The fans want to see some dingers.
Yeah,
that's what we need.
That's the most exciting play in baseball, softball. So
yeah,
we do a thing on this show called Text from Dad because my dad's just not quite sure how to comment on YouTube yet. Yeah. He said Logan and his wife are awesome people for what they're doing. So that's the Text from Dad alert that we have about once a show.
That's awesome.
So we also have a collaboration coming with the Cincy hat. I'm going to pull up and I'm going to also drop a link. I ordered mine today.
Yeah, I'll be right back with that.
I think he's got the hat already.
Check
You
that
can
out.
see
Look
them
at
on the bottom of your screen while he runs and grabs that.
Yeah. Wonderful view of the can lights at Logan's place there.
Nice place, man.
Yeah, nice place.
I've learned through my wife that's called recessed lighting.
Recessed can lights. Yeah, they're up in the ceiling there. I've got one right here. So,
so you can see on the screen that it's the CincyHat.com. Nice white and blue layout with it, and it's got the LW55 on the side.
Look at that early access. That's good.
That's awesome.
The old red, white, and blue. You can't beat it.
No.
LW55 on the side, folks. Play for Brooks, obviously for the cause. It's nice. We here on Big Play Cincy absolutely love Cincy Hat. We're in no actual handshake partnership with them at all. We just anything they do, we try to promote because obviously they have a great cause as well for the village of Muddy G, raising all that money, building houses for adults with disability. So do you want to just go into, obviously, Cincy Hat, Ted Karras, Cincinnati Bengals, doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out the connection, but how did you come together and say, let's do a hat for the softball game and the charity?
I think we were just working out this off season. Like, I think there was 5 to 10 of us in town during the off season, because there was a lot of us having babies here. So I think Ted just one day came up to me, and I don't know how it got started, to be honest, but we just kind of started talking, messing around with the idea of there potentially being let's throw a Cincy Hat, project in with this, and then raise money and help, and then the money raised goes towards the foundation. And we were able to come up with this design with them, and it turned out pretty cool. So I'm excited for it, and we're gonna have a little QR code at the softball game for people to be able to use their camera, go to the link and pre-order them, and just try to raise as much money as we can, because even people back home in Wyoming will want to wear this bad boy.
I'll leave
absolutely.
I'll leave the cowboy hat. Sorry, I'll leave.
I just put a clickable link to the hat directly for pre-order in the chat for those of you watching. There's a clickable link. I've got the CincyHat.com on here. The rest wasn't going to fit, so you can go there and look it up. So lots of cool stuff coming up this weekend. We've been in communication with the Twitter page for the game. We won an experience. I don't know exactly what that means yet. I think we're still figuring all of that stuff out. So
I'll see you on that.
I don't know. I think maybe, I'm not sure. Potentially. Yeah. All that's right. How this all started, is with a potentially tweet.
Yeah, so. There's a whole lot of potential. Either way, we're excited to be there and experience this game again. So it's going to be good. Now for the hat, did you come up with the red, white, and blue?
So if you go to the Play for Brooks website, they have every summer we do a Play for Brooks golf tournament. And so they have they created their own logo of swinging at Sids. You know what? I'm going to pull it up so that you guys can, so I can show you.
That'd be great. So that's good. There's a connection there, and it flows into the Cincy hat. So, and
I think those are actually the colors for Sid's awareness, if I'm not mistaken. That bluish, that blue and pink color.
Okay, I didn't know that. And maybe I'm looking at it here and I'm thinking it's red and it's more of a pink. So if it turns out to be pinks, folks, and you are looking for red, white, and blue, I apologize.
Yeah, it's more pink. There you go.
You see it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. No, that's perfect. Nope, that's perfect.
The tiger stripe is
Okay, awesome.
That's
That's even better. That's even better. Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. That ties in perfect.
And so that's what we base the colorway off of.
Okay, I was wondering what the decision was there. So,
yep,
folks, we said it. Go to CincyHat.com. I've got probably 30 of these things. Drew's got even more. Add one more to the collection.
Yes.
That not only supports Ted Karras' cause, but also this amazing cause Logan Wilson's got going. So, I mean, we've covered the softball game. We've talked the hat. What else you got going on in the off season right now, Logan? We don't need details. You don't need to spill any beans or anything like that. Just how do you feel going into this season? Are you looking forward to another season here in Cincinnati?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still adjusting to dad life with practices right now too, which is is the best thing ever. She's finally getting the age where she can start smiling at us and actually be a baby, after those first 2 months.
Yep.
Those first 2 months are kind of,
yeah.
She just eats, sleeps, and poops. And now her personality is starting to come out a little bit more, which has been the best thing for both her mom and I. So
that's awesome.
We're kind of enjoying that right now.
Is that a tough dynamic, right? Because you're an NFL player, right? Especially of your caliber, your schedule's insanely demanding, right? Like,
yeah,
Drew and I do our 9 to 5, and then we come home and we raise the kids, right? But you've got to be just going.
Well, luckily right now our schedule's pretty light, I would say, compared to what it normally is. Like I think we got OTAs. I mean, we're done we get there. I think we start about 8:30 and we're done about 1:00.
Oh, okay.
Right now. So then, and it's only Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
So we just finished today. We got it next week, and then we got the week after, and then we get like 5 or 6 weeks off of summer.
That's good.
Before training camp starts, and so we'll head back to good old YO.
There you go.
Oh, you're going back out west? Okay, because I know we, not in a creepy way, we follow Morgan closely on Instagram. I saw that you guys were like staying in Cincinnati and
don't make it weird
and all that. So I know you got some stuff going on at back in Wyoming on the 22nd, right? There's a dinner.
Yeah, I got my kids camp that day. I think we have like over 500 kids or something. It's sold out.
No way.
Yeah, from kids from all over the state. It's pretty cool and pretty humbling. And then my charity event is like a little dinner that night for more of the adults. And we're going to raise money for this foundation, the Brooks Joshua Anderson Foundation, for my local Boys and Girls Club back home, and then Natrona County High School Athletics, which is just the high school that I went to and graduated from.
You are a busy man. They're doing awesome stuff, though. That's really cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're at about 20 minutes here, Logan. I know you've got to go be a dad. You've got plans with the wife tonight. So we don't want to take up too much more of your time. Again, we just wanted John here to talk this softball game, give you a chance to talk the hat and stuff to our viewership at least. Not really dive too much into football because that comes when it comes. Let's enjoy the time off that we got. Drew, unless you've got anything else for Logan here, I say we cut him loose so he can go live his life.
Yeah, man, I just want to thank you one more time for not only coming on and talking to us for a while, but for what you're doing for parents who have experienced that loss, because knowing the pain is something you don't know till you know it. It's very hard. So I hope that, everybody watching this is able to make it out. I gave away a couple tickets already. I might give away a couple more. And I look forward to Saturday. I don't know exactly where we'll be or what's going on. I know we got tickets, so we'll be there one way or the other.
Absolutely.
I'm sure I'll see you in some form or fashion. But I appreciate you guys putting the ever-living crap out of this game. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Got to.
So,
yep.
I really do appreciate you guys. I see it.
Yeah. Good deal.
Thank you.
All right, Logan. We'll
appreciate
see you Saturday.
Okay. See you guys. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man. What a dude.
Yeah.
Awesome guy, man.
What a guy.
Taking time out of his night to talk to us, and hopefully we get some people that maybe weren't aware or whatever are in and able to come check the game out. That was absolutely awesome. It means a ton to me personally. I know it means a ton to you. It means a ton to a lot of people out there that there's money going to this. And like I said, we didn't see anybody going to these kind of charities. There's tons of great causes out there. There's not a bad cause for my cause, my cleats, but when you're a family who has maybe felt something a little bit closer, it's cool to be like, okay, this is our guy. He's going to bat for the people that experience that. So we will support this event every year. We will give money, donate, auctions, whatever it takes, promotion, because for some reason people follow me on the internet. So I can't wait for Saturday. It's going to be completely cool. I've got some ridiculous shorts that I'm going to wear. And we're going to have a good old time. So cannot be revealed yet.
Okay.
Is what I'm going to say.
Surprise reveal. Drew,
everybody in the chat, I apologize. I didn't see a lot of the comments. I was really just focused on what he was saying and getting as good at that. So I'm sorry if there were questions that didn't get answered, but I was just trying to make sure we stayed on task because we have a tendency to kind of veer off.
Yeah. Logan had a kind of a hard out there 20 minutes too. So we wanted to make sure to respect his time. That's big. That's why some of the players talk to some people they do because they're not just, abusing their time. So, Drew, We talked to Logan Wilson, Bengals. Let's shift gears for a minute. I know you've got a big play Reds parlay. I'm just trying to rhyme here. You want to just take the mic and go with it?
Yeah, it's not actually a parlay,
Yeah,
but
I know.
we can go with it. It's about parlays. So there's a promotion going on. You probably saw a video of me on the internet with my wiffle ball bat, because I know everybody loves watching me with a wiffle ball bat. Tipico Sportsbook, you can find the tweet on the Big Play Cincy Twitter. I just retweeted it. There is a promotion going on this weekend for the Reds not West Coast, the Reds trip out. Well, they're going to the West. They're going to Chicago. They're playing the Cubs. Tough series against the Cardinals. So what Tipico is doing is we are going to say if you bet $30 on any Reds game, you can bet that however you want on that game. You're going to get $2 in bonus bets for every hit that the Cincinnati Reds get. So there is a sign-up link on our Twitter. You can use code NATTY150. They are still offering up to 5% cash back on your wagers as well. So and this is what I said in the video, we need more people behind the Reds. I thought I was the problem because I was betting on the Reds so much and they weren't doing well. So I thought, okay, maybe it's me. I'm gonna take a step back from betting on the Reds. And then I stopped and they still really didn't do too hot. But then I started betting again. They started winning. They had a 5-game win streak. They swept the Dodgers. I'm like, all right, we're back. So I think that the Reds need more people behind them. And to get behind them, throw a little money on a game. Gamble responsibly. 18 only. Sorry, not 18 only. 21 only in Ohio. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. It's at the bottom of your screen. But throw a little money on it. You're a little bit more invested in the game. You got a little bit more skin in the game. And I think the Reds can feel that. And then they will play for you, and $2 in bonus bets per hit in the game. So that's the promo Tipico's running this weekend. I made a video of me doing something stupid to promote it because that's what I do.
Yeah. Yep. That's our whole thing, folks. We are who we are. So, yeah.
And while we're on the subject, this show is brought to you by Garage Beer.
It's the second show in a row. I was out of town, so that's my defense for not having one right now. But I've got this trusty thing with me at all times. So
I was not going to do a beer ad with a NFL linebacker on the
no
show. Just looking at that, look at the way that guy's built. I don't think he drinks much beer.
I bet he can throw a few back.
Oh, I'm sure he can. I just bet it's not like in the daily routine. But
yeah.
I've been on a diet. I've been trying to be good. I've been, I posted a video of me melting down about the fact that I had to go into Speedway and not buy a bunch of junk food. And so I've decided today I'm going to drink a garage beer for the show because it's what I do. It's my thing. And I'll get back to everything else after that. So as always, we love you, Garage Beer. We love the stickers you're coming out with. Garage Beer is actually stepping up. You see the silver top? The silver top of the Garage Beer can will be no more. They went gold because we deserve it.
Yep.
Gold Twitter check for Garage Beer now also. So it's been a big week for Garage Beer.
Up and coming. They're swinging, dude. They're swinging.
They have
at the
swim
big
trunks.
They got a lot of cool stuff that they throw out there, and I'm just like, want it.
Yeah, I've got swim trunks on the way.
Oh,
big can on the side.
Wow. Hey,
they have a store.
It up. They just. Oh, I know that. Okay.
Yeah, you can go to drinkgaragebeer.com
right.
and they have a merch tab.
I gotta get in there. That's why I got your shirt. So I should have wore your shirt.
So yeah, we're
it, dude.
Doing the plug for Garage Beer. I'm sure everybody understands why I wasn't gonna bring our sponsors up in that, because you don't want NFL players tied to gambling stuff by any means. So I'm not even gonna say a word.
No, you gotta protect these guys when they come on here. So
yeah, and the Reds. They looked like there were signs of life. They looked like things were coming back.
I don't know.
And then they just dropped the series to the stinky Cardinals. That was tough to watch.
Yeah, I don't know if they're ever going to come back. And I'm not a Reds expert. I'm not as versed in Reds baseball as I am as Bengals football. But just every time I turn the Reds game, I'm like, all right. Let's see what's going to happen here. And I don't know. That's the only thing I have.
there's some stuff going on in the chat.
What do we got?
Sorry if we missed some of the questions. Johnny Pap says it was awesome. Jordan says it was awesome. Alex says, great interview, guys. You guys are very sociable people, can carry a combo way better than I would for how nervous I'd be. I think it helps that we're just online and we're not in person, but I was pretty calm when I met him in person because he's just that cool. He's just a dude. He's not like, I'm a professional football player, Logan Wilson. He's just like, oh, what's up, man? I'm Logan. So Matt says if he wasn't on Family Cruise, he'd be there heckling me. If he said, I don't think that I'm getting in at bat, but if some crazy thing happens and I end up at the plate in my hometown in front of my city, I don't care who's on the mound. I'm going yard. You can put my mom out there pitching to me. I'm trying to take her 300 feet over the wall. So if I get, I don't think that I will. I don't deserve to. But if something crazy happened and I did, I'm going yard. I'm swinging for the fences, and I very well may embarrass myself.
That would be insane if they were like, "Hey, you guys want to play in the home run derby?" I don't foresee that happening, folks. I don't foresee that happening, folks. At a minimum, we'll be putting out some good content, man. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be good.
K Breezer with a good point. Like the stream, subscribe. It was definitely awesome to have him on here. It was, us maybe gently bullying him on Twitter, and then he was like, "Yo, send me a link. Let's make it happen." So we did it.
Yeah, he ended up reaching out to us, which was pretty cool. So
yeah. So like I said, I can't be any more clear about how just thankful I am that not only he chose to spend his time with us, but he appreciates because we do promote the heck out of it because I want as many people to see it as possible.
Yeah, we want people to go to it. So I mean, it's
Victoria was not calm when we met them. She was very, very nervous when we met them, and I was like, I'll just go say something because, you were there. We were at the first star party in the little roped off area. Feeling
I was in the suit, so he was probably like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" So glad to actually meet him on here, not in a Star Wars costume.
My dad just texted me another text from Dad Alert. He said you would go for the fence and make it to the mound. So
someone also in there said, and it's a pop out to the catcher.
Chris Ingram, and it's a pop out to the catcher. Maybe, but you know what, Dad? I'm glad that you believe in me to make it that far.
Absolutely,
that's the support I need from my father.
110%.
So
little
Nick Fote, Ocho has not taken me up on the offer to pick him up and bring him to Dayton. Chad Johnson literally got picked up from the airport by a fan.
Yes.
He tweeted like, "Hey, this guy's picking me up. If I disappear, it was him." So I just said, I don't know that he's in town for the game, but it would make sense because he played last year.
He went to OTAs today.
He was at OTAs today. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe he's in town for that. And if he is and he needs a ride, I'll go pick him up Saturday morning. We'll get McDonald's. Truck's pretty roomy. Got some leg room in there. I'm sure my wife would be cool with riding in the back seat if Ocho was in my truck. So we'll probably be cool.
110%. It would be cool. Speaking of, I thought they were, 8 to 1. Heck yeah. What a schedule. I, for some reason, thought it was like OTAs, weights, film. Oh, you're not out of there until friggin' 6 at night. So I was thinking it was like obviously it's still a tough balance, but thinking he was in the thick of it right now. So that's awesome to hear he's getting time with his youngin there.
Yeah. And the OTA schedule is light like that by NFL rule now. They a lot of really strict rules, and the PA's negotiated and stuff. Yeah. Another good comment here from Alex Gatto relating to Chad Johnson. Josh Newton, the rookie out of TCU, kind of locked Chad Johnson up today. And he said the way Newton talks, you can tell he's going to be a dog. And it did seem that way because he did not back down from the challenge, and he did kind of clamp him up.
I have not seen Ocho lose a step until that clip today. So Ocho, Chad, come on, man.
I still think he could play on an NFL roster, dude. I really do.
I do too. I think he could get in there, and I think he could catch a touchdown pass. I absolutely do. Or kick. He could be a kicker. You've seen the guy. He's just an athlete. Dude,
I am here for Chad Johnson at this point in his life.
Yes.
Getting back on an NFL roster 1,000%.
Could you imagine? Obviously we don't know injuries or anything, but something all of a sudden it's like, holy crap, we need an emergency kicker or something. And they sign Chad, and he comes in and he's our kicker, or I don't know, a receiver, right? And it's like you have this versatile guy. I know he's old, but the dude's in shape, man. He's in shape.
So last year he was at the softball game, and he said on the mic, he said, "I'm here to convince Zach Taylor to give me a spot on the roster."
Come on,
and
Zach.
I tweeted it or something, and I quoted him or I don't know, something on Twitter, and he replied and said, "I'm going to come back and play DB. However we can get him back on."
He's always running his mouth to receivers saying that he'll lock him up, dude. So I don't know.
Very, very glad to see him back in Cincinnati. Did you see the picture of him with Mims?
Yes.
Mims is a huge human being, dude. He's a massive human.
Big. Do we have that picture? I wish we would have, but dude, I just, how is Mims that big? I saw Mims take a picture with some fans as well. I was looking for the picture. It's like he could scoop them up and just walk away with them. And there were 3 fans in the picture. He's just so big, dude. I'm so excited about this year's offensive line. Like, we're getting put in PFF graphics of like top 10 offensive lines and stuff, and like top 30 tackle duos. And it's got our starting tackles on there. And it's just not something that has happened in the past. So to see our offensive line getting clout rather than, oh my God, Joe's going to die this year, it's such a refreshing turnaround.
Yeah, I agree. Nick Fout, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Good point. Mims is playing Saturday. Imagine if that giant human gets a hold of one of those softballs. And it's not the full stadium. If it's like last year, it's not the actual home run distance. They put in like a separate fence for the softball. So he doesn't even have to really get a hold of it. But I could see him putting one like out into the streets of Dayton.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, if he really got a hold of one.
You read his name is Fout?
Fought?
Falked. That's where I would have gone. I would have gone Nick Falked.
Is that like Meet the Fockers? I don't think.
Pull it up. Put it back on the screen.
It sounds like you're dropping an F-bomb. Fucked.
Falked. F-O. Falked. Like a British guy. Wait, falked, right? I don't know. I just felt.
It sounds like you're saying something is fucked.
Interesting direction to take that. But I do.
Nick, could you please phonetically spell your last name?
Put it in the chat.
You do not deserve whatever that
it's pronounced
meant as disrespect.
There it is.
It's pronounced fought. Like I fought that guy. Okay.
Nick, I don't believe you. I think you need
to
you need to do 22 and me.
Right. Get a phonetic spelling in there before we get
No, Nick, you need to go to 23andMe and spit in a tube, because I think you're saying your own name wrong.
I'm going to take it from the horse's mouth. The guy said it. I'm going to go with it.
I agree. But I'm like my wife says, I can't be wrong. Just real quick, in my Indiana fever depression, that has turned into like a real fever because I'm sick of this. 59-81. Let's go,
Seattle
girls.
Storm putting it on them.
Yeah, let's go, girls. Why? Why did I do this to myself? But I'm in it. Got my jersey on. Got my new patch on here because I was basically like bullied to death on the internet. So I got my new fan Who Dis patch on. Yeah, Chris Ingram. I'm reading your comment there. We're not going to post that one, but yeah, that's a hell of a name too. That is
I'm not touching that.
Yeah. That is Big Play Cincy Indiana Fever Talk. They're getting shit pumped again.
Brandon Murphy's in the chat, and I have to give credit where credit's due. I saw that Brandon had shorts. I bought shorts. So my inspiration for the shorts I'm wearing Saturday actually comes from Brandon. He had it first. Brandon also gave me the cool idea to tell McAfee that the Bengals aren't under a highway, and that video got picked up. And not Kevin. I saw Kevin's comment in the chat there, but Brandon is a creative genius. He gets the juices flowing, and then I go from there. So shout out Brandon for the shorts that you'll see me in. Natty Talks is in here. Lisa and Joe, you guys are awesome. I think they're going to be there Saturday. Can't wait to see y'all this weekend. It's in the comment. They're definitely going to be there.
Sweet. They're fun. Go follow them. They do fun stuff.
Lank means let a naysayer know. We learned that from Reese Davis on College Game Day.
Yeah, see, had this shirt.
Yeah, that was a
I
wild
absolutely
situation.
love under the radar innuendos. Brilliant comedic timing.
My buddy Martin
Do
said
you-
the fuck thing is like pronouncing foe. And I
Yeah.
think it's foe.
No, it's fa.
Fa?
It's fa.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a restaurant up by my house called What the Fa.
Oh yeah,
And
I've seen that.
And they serve pho. Yeah.
Oh,
All right, let's talk. We're
I
at the
got
30.
you.
We're at the 35-minute mark here. We don't do commercial breaks, guys. Okay, it's not that kind of program. So instead,
I have
that,
a commercial locked and loaded.
do you have do you have the commercial?
Yeah, I have the garage beer.
Play it. Let's play it, and then we'll reconvene on this next topic.
You know, you guys love commercials.
It's so
you gotta pay the
good.
bills.
It's so
At Garage Beer, we take light beer seriously.
Oh, those are still hell.
Not that seriously. Ooh, definitely not that seriously either. About as seriously as we take our lawn care. Or coaching my 5-year-old's t-ball team. Go Bears. But when it comes to beer, it's all about quality. And also quantity, I guess. We just think beer tastes better when it's not brewed in tanks the size of Texas. Sure, we take very seriously making the best light beer this side of the moon, but not much else. We're not big detail guys. We're here for off-brand chips, beer-flavored beers, and good times in the garage. Garage Beer, beer-flavored beer.
That's not a commercial. That's art.
No, he looks jacked in that tank top, dude.
That's the Be a Man guy.
I know.
They have a segment called Beer a Man, and it's hilarious. I love
it. Love it.
It's a soothing voice. It's calming. It's I think that's called ASMR. Is what they call that stuff. It's like calming and comes down. Somebody in the chat is officially off the wagon. Surprised you made it this long. We love you. We probably totally understand.
Off the wagon.
I don't know what that means. I think maybe since we played a commercial, they're out. But I think that's not a commercial. That's a piece of art.
Yeah. Hopefully that's not a garage beer related comment. I'm trying.
Oh, relapse time. Oh, don't do it. Don't relapse.
Yeah.
Listen, if you have
that was fucked. Who is this? He's hilarious. His name's in Arabic. I don't know, but
if
I don't
you
know.
have a gambling problem or a drinking problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. I don't know the alcoholism hotline, but I'm sure there's one out there. Please do not relapse on our account.
Yeah.
It's a commercial too. I don't know who that is, but they seem to be hilarious.
Let's dive into some football here now. What the hell is going on with these Schefter and now these aggregate accounts and their incessant need to just bully us about T. Higgins, man?
Dude, like I understand a little bit the Schefter tweet on the first day of OTAs where he's like, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase aren't here.
Yeah.
But they just create that creates panic because Adam Schefter said it.
Yeah.
But like people don't step back and realize that Jamar Chase was not there for anything voluntary last year either.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Ingram says it may be pressure from the agent. I think that could be part of it. I think that agents and front offices both have their connections to these big insiders and they have their narratives to push. And does Schefter have to play ball so he keeps getting information to be a source? Maybe. But all it does, like everybody that's an actual Bengals fan and knows, 90% of them are like, okay, this isn't news. Nobody expects T. Higgins there before training camp, let alone OTAs.
Mm-hmm.
He's not signed. He's not being fined for missing any of this.
Yep.
This stuff is voluntary anyway. Chase, this is what he did last year.
Yeah.
And it's just, and what it does is it just fires up the trolls from the other fan bases that are just like, oh, the Bengals are so poor. They don't have any money. They're not coming there. But the reality of the situation is this is what should have been expected. This is how franchise tag players go. It's like I said on the show last week, I think. Copy and paste how the Jesse Bates situation went and just put T. Higgins' name on it. Same agent. It's playing out the same. He'll show up with a month or two left or a week or two left in training camp. He's going to play the season, get his $22 million, likely move on after that. But it's just, when Schefter and Dov got busted, I think Dov was trying to solicit his account to Jack Settlement of Snapback Sports. He was trying to get him to sell it to him for 75 grand. And then there was a large tip that was tracked because you can get tips on Twitter. I've never gotten a tip on Twitter, but I do have it. But there was a tip for like $21,000 in cryptocurrency, I guess, that went to this account. So people think that Dov has sold his account and someone else is now running it.
Really?
And he's one of the aggregators, like the ML footballs. I share ML football stuff sometimes when I think that it's legitimate.
I like ML.
I
like
vetted
ML.
it, and he's talked to me, and
yeah.
But there's just it's clicks, man. You get paid off Twitter now. I just got a thing on Twitter that says I have to verify my ID and stuff to continue getting payouts. And my stuff gets a decent amount of views, but I'm not making hundreds of dollars. I'm getting like $30-$40 a month or whatever. Mm-hmm. And people say my stuff is clickbait sometimes or whatever. And sometimes I'm like fucking around and making a joke or trolling or whatever. But like, I'm not actually trying to get clicks. I just am as dumb as some of my tweets are.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Yeah. I just
Shefty's getting paid.
Yeah. Well, Shefty's rich, but to me, like, it's just all like one guy does it and then the next aggregate account does it. And it's just like fans the flames. And it's like, dude, guys, we know. Like, I am aggravated that T has not signed his franchise tag or his franchise tender. Like,
and Nick Fott makes a good point. He cannot be there until he signs his tender.
Yeah. I just sign it. Like T, like just sign it and let's play football. Like, you know what I mean? It's aggravating that it hasn't occurred yet. I know who his agent is. Very good at his job. If he wasn't good at his job, we wouldn't be hating on him so much. You know what I mean? But to me, I'm at the point where I'm just so tired of this freaking merry-go-round. Like, this is Jesse Bates all over again. Like, Bengals, like, okay, T, sign it. Bengals, you have 23 or 28 million in cap space. I can't remember the exact number. Write a freaking contract and let's get this season going. Like, I don't want to deal with this. Like, if we end up dealing with this with Jamar Chase or something in a similar fashion where we start to try to like negotiate, like, oh, I think we can get Jamar at a deal. Like, I may go bald. Like, I'm just tired of this. It's exhausting. We have the money. Pay him, dude. Pay T. Higgins.
I think the T. Higgins ship has sailed. I think that I couldn't see them tagging him. It is. We're seeing. I mean, Jalen Waddle just got $76 million guaranteed, but Tyreek Hill's money can fall off the books next year, and he has mentioned retiring early. So I don't know how that's going to go. But it's weird that they paid him before paying their quarterback.
It is. I bet that Waddle contract is stitch. That's the T contract. Like, and then that scares. You know what I mean? That scares people. It's a lot of money. But to me, it's like, God, if we weren't going to pay him, like, why didn't we do something about it and get? It's just. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but like T has been, he's the news right now. He is the news, folks. Like, that's what's happening, right? Mixon's gone. Reader's gone. It's OTAs. There's not a lot going on besides Logan's softball game and stuff. Higgins is just in the damn headlines right now. But it's just like, and then that video gets posted to like the Arms of an Angel music. When you look at remember those commercials with
the I Am Athlete video?
Yeah, the puppies that are like, oh, adopt this puppy or I'm going to shoot it with a shotgun. They put that music behind T. Higgins' video. I don't know if that's from his account or whatever. Or it's from that I Am Athlete.
It's from I Am Athlete. He was talking to I Am Athlete about it.
What are we like, dude? It's like this snowball effect, right? Like it's like compiling, and I'm just so tired of it. I don't know if I've said it 10 times already. I'm tired of it. Like, Jesus, come on.
I liked that video though, because you can. I feel like watching it. I can tell that T. Higgins is a genuine dude. I can tell this is kind of weighing on him, and he was like, "I would love to come back, but he wants paid, and I get it." But I thought that was a good sign because
Yeah.
of the accounts and the aggregators that are trying to make it seem like T. Higgins hates the Bengals organization or hates Cincinnati
Yes.
or any of that. He's genuinely like, I would love to be here. I've made friends outside of the building. I've grown as a man here. Like
He said it.
I would love to come back, but the money has to work, and I get that. So
Yeah.
I think that was showing a good side
Yes,
of it.
and
Where
I'm
he's
not-
like, I would love to come back. He doesn't hate the Bengals. He just wants paid.
That's not the direction I was trying to take my comment. My comment is it's just like it's all right there in front of the organization. There's a path. Like the path has been written. You know what I mean? Like and it's I'm frustrated because I don't know what their plans are. Maybe they're gonna do it. Maybe they're gonna eventually pony up. Or maybe they're like, you know what? We're not gonna pony up because we have this grand plan. And we'll never know. Because they wouldn't be good at their jobs, right? If we did know, they're like, "Oh, we're not going to pay T because everybody's going to get a ATV at Christmas." You know, who knows? Like it's just frustrating as a fan with really like Drew and I don't have inside sources. We're not like we're dudes.
I did
with
once.
We're dude with
That wasn't
cameras.
fun.
Yeah, that's gone. Yeah. We're dudes with cameras. Like, and that's the frustration, and that's where it stems from. Is like. We just have to stand here with our hands in the air, just like what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
And then they come in our mentions about it like it's our fault. I had somebody in my mentions today that said, "Get your money up, Drew." I'm like, bro, I don't have nothing to do with this. This has got you fired up. You remember when I got fired up over hip drop tackles? You're fired up. Calm down, Slugger.
I'm never. This is like until the dude is a Panther or has a 3-year contract. Every time I see stuff about it, it's a dead horse. It's the most dead, decaying horse I've ever friggin' seen. And it's just frustrating because we have an example with just the Jesse Bates situation. Like it's like, look how that played out. He's in Atlanta friggin' breaking records. And it's just, God, it's frustrating.
Yes, but with the Bates thing, I want to point this out. I love Jesse Bates. I wanted Jesse Bates to resign, but that's also another one that we got to just let go because, dude, paying a safety like that never works out. Seattle had the Legion of Boom when everybody was young, good, and cheap. And then Jamal Adams got paid and Richard Sherman got paid. Paying a safety like that never works out. The Falcons are going to have a hell of a safety, probably the best safety in the league in Jesse Bates, and I will root for his success forever. But that team is also probably going to be a fringe playoff team at best.
No, I get it. I know you don't generally pay a safety like that unless he's Jesus Christ defense. But like, it's happened. We've watched it play out with a star player. Remove position. We've watched it play out with a star player. And it's frustrating to see this tag happen again with he's a star. He's not
same agent.
Yeah, same agent, same situation. He's not the number one receiver on the team, right? So at least we've got that going for us. At least Jamar's here, and if T walks, we've still got our star here. But don't get it twisted, bro. T's not you. Don't get it twisted, other people. T's a star, man, and it just sucks to see it happen with another star player on the team.
Not me. You're not attacking me, mustache man?
No, I'm not attacking you.
All right. I think Chris Ingram has a great idea in the chat. Can the Bengals throw in a 24/7 caretaker for T. Higgins jellyfish from the Cincinnati Zoo? We're talking a pro, an expert. That could sway him to maybe take a little bit less because somebody's going to care for the jellyfish all the time. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Whatever it
takes. Bang. He said he cracked open a garage beer lime earlier. Shout out.
Love it.
I don't know if it's like the Reds as much as the Bengals are in a situation where they have a structure that they're comfortable with, and they only break it for players they feel are truly, truly elite. They broke it for Joe Burrow. Ron's out of here. He said, forget about it.
Nope. Make yourself big real quick.
The Bengals have a structure that they follow for contracts for players they don't think are elite, but they just broke it for Joe Burrow. They will break it for Jamar Chase. I am 0% worried about the Bengals extending Jamar Chase, even if it's $35 million a year with $80 million guaranteed. I think that the Bengals will prioritize figuring it out. how I view T. Higgins, how you view T. Higgins, how Twitter views T. Higgins, how Adam Schefter views T. Higgins is all well and good, but it doesn't matter because all that matters at the end of the day is how the Bengals view T. Higgins. Now, people are going to say that the Bengals can't do the deal with the guarantees because when a player is signed to a guaranteed deal, all the guarantees immediately have to be moved into an escrow fund. So today, when Jalen Waddle signed his contract for $76 million guaranteed, Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, a multi-billionaire, I think, super rich guy, Michigan man, he had to take $76 million and place it into an escrow account. Now, people are saying the Bengals don't have that. You and I don't know that. Nobody on Twitter knows that. You can look at cash spend and maybe try to figure it out, but we truly don't know the cash fluidity of the Cincinnati Bengals. We can joke about it. We can guess about it. Jimmy Haslam has a bunch of money in Cleveland because he was scamming truck drivers for 10 years at Pilot. Cool. He's mega rich. He can circumvent the salary cap. Guys like Kroenke or whatever his name is out in LA can do that. Kind of unfair, but it is what it is. There's no rule against it. They're playing within the limits of the rules, so it's fine. But we don't know the cash fluidity of the Bengals. I tend to think that the Bengals probably have $80 million they could put in an escrow account, but I don't know that. And the people that tell us they don't know that. It's just hearsay because of old bullshit narratives that the Bengals are cheap when they've been big spenders in free agency the last 4 years. They signed Orlando Brown Jr. to the largest signing bonus for an offensive lineman. They've changed. But to say that the Bengals don't have the cash could be the answer, but none of us actually know that. And it sounds like Ron's ready to come back in.
No,
So,
you're fine. Yeah, I was just solving something. Yeah, you're fine. Like you're right. Like we don't know. And that to me is what's frustrating. It's just the mystery of it all. It's like, what? Like, and to read things like, oh, they're not talking. It's like, okay, so we'll just sit here and wait till the bag drops on either side, So
even that's a non-issue. They said last offseason, both sides said they were not going to talk a new deal during the season.
But that's frustrating, right? Do you know what I mean?
It is.
So we just wait.
So they like publicly say that.
Yeah.
Both sides are like, we're not going to talk during the season. And then come around, at the end of last season, everybody's like, oh my God, they haven't talked about a deal. Like, they already said that. You're just making a problem out of something that we already knew.
It's not like a problem because when they just all of a sudden start talking about it again, oh, they haven't talked all season. We know. What's frustrating to me is it's like, oh, it's the season. Let's not solve this issue. Let's kick the can down the road and then have it be the talk of the town and blow up like you're just talking about there. It's like, just solve it. Like, just do it. You know what I mean? But again, we don't know. And it is what it is, man. We'll get off the T. Higgins train here before I throw my computer at the wall.
I just looked at my phone and
I
made that stupid video outside of Speedway about having strength to not buy candy. And somebody just replied and said, "Red Death by Sugar, you little bitch. Man the fuck up." I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's either a death wish or death threat, or if he's just telling me to go get a bag of gummy bears and have a good time. He follows me, so maybe it's not super hateful. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Yeah, man, the T. Higgins thing, it is what it is. It's going to drag out. I just think this is all playing out like I have expected it to from the start.
Yeah, And I knew I was going to get frustrated and whine like a little whatever here. And it just,
this is a safe space.
You gotta deal with it. You're just going to deal with it. You know what I mean? Because I just like, what happens next year with the next guy? Oh, they tagged him. Well, it's not. It's like, is this just going to be a thing now? Like, and maybe I'm just being negative Nancy, Debbie Downer here, but I hate lingering issues. I'm a solve it now guy, and it just bugs me that it's not solved.
Let me tell you something. This probably isn't over. Because look at the deals that people. I think Jalen Waddle got $28 million a year. The Bengals could tag T. Higgins again next year for like $26 million. I think they could do it again.
Do it, and I don't know.
And then we're just doing this all again. But
I'll jump off my roof. I won't die. I'll break a leg, but I'll jump off my roof. I just, God, I don't know. I don't want to see it happen with like Jamar Chase. Like that's my worry. I'm not saying T is like a throwaway player. So if anybody's going to try to quote me and say that, I love T. Higgins. He's insanely talented. He's a star in the NFL. But like, we can deal with it with T. If T walks, we can replace T and his production. They're marketing the crap out of Jermaine Burton right now. The writing might already be on the wall, folks. But if it happens with someone like Jamar,
well, it's because T. Higgins is a top 15 receiver in the league.
Yeah,
we'll say that, so maybe I don't get shredded. I think he could be higher.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say he's top 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Those are coveted guys in the league. But at the same time, the Jamar Chase is the supercharger for the Ferrari, right?
Yeah.
Like, you saw signs of Burrow being very, very good his rookie year before he got hurt. You saw signs of T. Higgins being very, very good his rookie year before Burrow went down. But then next year, Jamar Chase is there, and it's just completely different. He takes the top off of the defense. He's going to take two receivers. He is the Ferrari.
Insane.
You can put a number 2 receiver next to him that's not as good as T. Higgins, that's talented like Jermaine Burton if he can keep his head on straight, and you're going to get good production. You can't afford to lose a Jamar Chase. And I like I said, no inside sources, nobody in the building. This is just my thoughts. I think the Bengals know that. I'm 90% confident that his contract gets done probably right after Justin Jefferson's, and it's fairly painless. I have very, very little worry about this kind of situation translating into a Jamar Chase situation.
I agree. These tags are not going to get any easier, especially with the receiver. Oh, look at that.
This is true.
That's literally what I was about to say. That
I think as of now, as of like recently, it was going to be around 26. But when you got the Devontae Smith deal, the Waddle deal that we just saw, that's true because it goes off the top 5 guys. So that's a good point from noted Browns fan.
Chad, great minds think alike there. Like, these guys are eventually, like, in the year 2040, there's going to be the first $1 billion player, and then the tag's going to be like a gajillion dollars. Like this, it's not going to get any easier, dude. These guys,
but the cap's also just going to keep going. They got these extra games that they're going to add.
Yeah.
Netflix is bidding on Black Friday. Amazon's bidding on this. Like, the cap's just going to keep exploding. There's going to be nothing but money poured into this. You also have a fan in the chat.
I do.
A dude I went to high school with, actually, Jesse says, "Hold up, that's the Mandalorian at the Bengals stadium. There's the mask. There's the man behind the mask."
Hey, you guys. Yeah, that's me.
He also said he got a pic with you at the Monday night whiteout game in your Rams jersey. He is a Rams fan, but he said,
he was wearing a Rams jersey. I was like,
you were not.
He was not wearing a Rams jersey. Yeah. Heck yeah. What up, dude? Nice to see you here, Jesse. Love the support. Okay, Drew, we're about at the hour mark. We had the absolutely incredible Logan Wilson on, discussed some softball, discussed the charity he's working with, Cincy hat, got into some Reds, got into some, let's see, let's do a score update here just so you guys can know how my night's going to go. Got into some Fever, end of third quarter, still 59-81. Shoot me now. Talk a little talk. They suck so bad. I feel so bad for the GOAT 22. I don't know. Yeah, 22. Caitlin Clark. But I mean, you know, I complained about T. Higgins. You got to listen to me for 30 minutes cry. So what else you got, Drew? If nothing else, I say we put this one in the books, man.
Yeah, I just want to throw these up a couple more times.
Do it.
Just so people can see.
Yeah.
I just cut off half your face.
It's okay. There we go.
Here's the roster for the game. Here's the promotional flyer. LoganWilsonSoftball.com is where you can get tickets. There's a code. If you put in last chance, you get $10 off your ticket.
Yeah.
That excludes lawn seats, though. Big shout out to him for stopping in and chopping it up with us, man. One of my favorite guys on the team for a lot of different reasons. Very cool to have met him and get to have him on here to, you know, support us too. And then there's the special edition play for Brooks Cincy hat down in the corner. There's a clickable link in the comments that I put. It probably got buried by now, but we have the link out on our account. So
I think if you go to
don't know
starred comments, it's there. I don't know if that's just an us feature, if everybody can see that, but it might have put it at the top. But
yeah,
go to the site, buy a hat.
Not sure exactly what our involvement is Saturday, but we're going to be there regardless. We're still working out some of the logistics on that. I hope to see as many of you guys there as possible. it's for a great cause. There's auction items
Mhm.
too that we didn't even touch on, where you can bid on items, signed items, Bengals game worn items that he has up there. I bid on a lot of them last year, didn't win, but that's all right. Money went to a good cause. So we're gonna get up out of here. We will be back next Thursday at 8:00 on Big Play Cincy. I got nothing left but a big hoo-day, and I just hope to see you guys Saturday.